You did one hell of a job. And the only thing else I got to say is, how about them Cowboys? Yeah!
Oh, hello. Long time no see. Who am I again? VA Dallas Cowboy fan. That's right. Man, it's been so long. How y'all been? It's been a while. Y'all good? Everything good? How y'all been? I know it's been a while. Because Lord knows, it seems like every day there's Cowboys news, even though I may not see it. I'm sure the other guys on YouTube have been reporting and talking about it. Why am I making the video today? Well, a couple of reasons. One, I do see, they are trying to make a difference in their roster. Unfortunately, is when you realize that you've screwed the pooch, basically, and you need a lot of help in an area. But they're doing their due diligence, thanks Stephen Jones. And the Dallas Cowboys have signed former 2018 draft third round pick out of the Bengals, Malik Jefferson, to provide more experience on the linebacking core. There's a lot of players that, slip my mind right now, other than Jabril Cox, Bond, and Clark, and a couple of guys down the roster, Frank Gifford, guys like that are on the roster, but once you go past Micah Parsons and Vander Esch, it kind of looks bad. But they're trying. Lord knows they're trying. They're not listening to the fans who say get a different player, but they're doing what they think is best for them, especially money-wise. You know how that goes. But in picking up Malik Jefferson, they had to cut somebody. Fortunately, it was some of our pet cat in training camp a couple seasons ago, Jaquan Hardy, running back. He has been cut. Hopefully, somehow, some way, maybe they can bring him back onto the practice squad somehow when roster cuts and everything are being made at training camp, if he doesn't latch on with another team. He was a good dude. Everybody loved him on Hard Knocks. And he had that one breakout game later in the season against Philly where he did his thing. Let's be honest. He had to put something on film, and he darn sure did that. But he's no longer with us. Malik Jefferson is. And that's that about that news. Next, I wanted to talk about Dalton Schultz. I said months ago in one of my last videos that as soon as they tagged Dalton Schultz, nothing was going to happen. They wasted that money tagging him because they fucked up. Let's be honest, they fucked it up with Blake Jarwin. They screwed the pooch on that. They do like they always do. They paid a guy to play, and then he got injured and never saw the end of the deal as usual. They had to emergency cut him, and they figured out they fucked because they have no other tight end on the roster except Sean McKeon. So they had to pay Dalton Schultz to keep him around just because. And instead of actually spending the money and getting him a real contract, they franchise tagged him. And I knew that was going to just fuck up everything because they're not going to pay you. Unless you're Zeke or Lawrence or somebody big like that, they weren't going to pay him to keep him on a franchise tag. They just don't see him like that. They were just going to wait around. Hopefully he stays healthy and does something during the season. And then they're just going to get rid of him next offseason and draft a tight end again. That's how they work. That's how they work. I knew Schultz was never going to get that money. I called it. Cowboys just suck at doing anything with the money. They got the money for Collins as his post June 1st cut. and they're just sitting on it. They're not doing a thing with it. Now, you'd like to think that they're going to pay CeeDee Lamb and Trayvon Diggs with the money, but that's for the future. If you want to win now, you kind of spend the money to make the roster better now and worry about that stuff later. But since they suck at money matters when it's dealing with football, they fucked up. Cowboys fucked it up every time. They never change. They're great businessmen outside of the football world, but when it involves the actual team and personnel, they don't have a clue how to spend money. And when Jerry Jones is not doing his wheeling and dealing anymore, Stephen Jones is never going to spend money on big name free agents. So if you follow the team and you know this team is basically never going to win a Super Bowl in my lifetime, you might as well just jump off now, because Steven's never going to get a big name free agent. He's already pretty much admitted they'll do due diligence, but that means they're not going to pay anybody above being cheap as hell. So, unless they continue to draft well, and face it, after the third round, it's a crapshoot. They suck at depth. That's their problem. And you'd think he'd spend money on depth players, but nope. Once these top guys, the starters go down, that's it. You might as well forget it, because the backups are not as good as the starters. And they never will be again. They just don't have it. And we fans know that, but the Joneses don't care. As long as they put something on the field, people still come in to buy jerseys and tickets. They don't really care. When all these current guys' contracts go up, be fearful of the future. Because let's be honest, they had no backup plan for Tony Romo. They put all their eggs in the Tony Romo basket and got lucky with Dak Prescott. Because look at what they tried to do to replace him in that 2016 draft. Every idea failed until they just lucked upon Dak in the fourth round. They had no backup plan. That was it. That was really it. They never really thought of Dak as being their starter. Let's be honest. They were just going to let Kellen Moore come in, suck, let him be the starter, and just keep recycling guys and going after old-ass free agents that can't play anymore. And that'd have been that. We'd have been sitting in mediocrity again. So, again, be fearful of the future. But anyway, I'm going on too long on a tangent. That's all I wanted to really say. Dalton Schultz not getting the money. Called that months ago as soon as it happened, because they're fucking frugal as shit and they'll never pay. Especially for a tight end they didn't even want to keep until they had to. And Malik Jefferson, former linebacker of Colts, Bengals, and other teams, is now a Cowboy, hometown boy. And Jaquan Hardy, running back, has been released to make way for that transaction. That is what's going on with the Cowboys today. Until training camp, I probably won't make any more videos again unless it's something crazy. But I hope you have a good day. Take care, stay safe, and make it do what it do. VA Dallas Cowboy fan.